Trailhead theft. If you work or play in the outdoors using trailheads in North America, this is a reality. So let's talk about some preparation, some planning, some mitigation techniques. Let's figure out how to avoid this kind of junk and then deal with it when it happens. So before you even head to the trailhead, let's make sure that you have an insurance policy. The stuff inside your car is either covered by your homeowner's or your renter's insurance policy. Your auto policies almost never cover the loss of items within your car. If you're renting a car, consider getting an insurance policy that covers what's inside your car, or even a trip insurance policy while you're on your trip. In addition to that, it's important to know what's in your car, especially if you're on a road trip or something like that. A photo of all the items that are in your car or an inventory is going to be really important. The positioning of the vehicle in the trailhead is super important, and I actually think this is the primary reason we see break-ins. If you back into a corner with your nose sticking out, somebody can hide behind your vehicle. If you're parked between tall vehicles, like you have your little car parked between Sprinter vans, that's a great place for somebody to break in. If people can see, it's less likely that somebody's going to take the opportunity to break in. Even in busy parking lots, like the Red Springs parking lot in Red Rock Canyon, there can be tons of people there, but if cars are parked between or behind larger vehicles, somebody will take advantage of that. Park near the front, wherever the most people can see you at any given time. There's some debate about car alarms as to whether or not they work that well, especially in remote trailheads. The reality is that a lot of trailhead theft is smash and grab. So while it may not stop somebody from breaking in, it can decrease the duration of a theft. So they might just reach in and grab one thing and go if there's an alarm going off and they're worried that there's somebody maybe coming down the trail. Sometimes the blinking light from a potential car alarm can deter somebody. Even dummy lights, they sell these in some places. If your car doesn't have an alarm, you can get these little dummy lights and that can scare some people off. Lots of trailheads have these signs that say lock your car, take your valuables, but what if you're on a road trip? These are often crimes of opportunity. So if a person can look in your car and see something valuable, I mean, they're not going to look in and see a dirty tent and a dirty sleeping bag and be like, yes, I'm going for that. No, if they can see something good inside your car, they're going to break in. On longer road trips, you can consider hiding things in your car, your biggest valuables. If you're bringing a laptop, put it somewhere that nobody knows where it is inside your car, where it's going to take a while to find it. Rocket boxes are good. Rocket boxes are seldom broken into. And so if you have a rack, anything like that, you might consider leaving it up there. And as a side note, your glove box is not a hiding place. That is a target. A lot of backpackers and backcountry folks will leave wallets and keys and other things inside glove boxes. Some people hide weapons in there, and a lot of times that's the first person somebody who breaks in is going to look. Following a break-in, it's important to look around your car, because sometimes these are, as I said, crimes of opportunity and people are rushing. Sometimes people will grab a bag out of a car or a couple of bags and drive away. And while they're driving, they're rifling through it and they're throwing things out their window that they don't want. So this happened to me before, and I found a pair of rock shoes on the side of the road that I didn't have to replace because they were rifling through my bouldering bag. And I found the bag too, by the way. So check the roads both ways for a couple of miles on the sides and look in the bushes. When you're in service, be sure to make a police report. Now, this might not seem like it's going to matter because you probably aren't going to get your stuff back, but you might. You never know, especially with a theft ring. The other thing is that if there is some kind of an insurance claim, a lot of times insurance folks want to see a police report. So you want to make sure that you do that. Take pictures of the scene, do all those kinds of things. Now, the reality is that every outdoors person who spends a lot of time on trails and at trailheads, you're going to get broken into at some point. I look at our guide staff, we're talking about 60-ish people, and we average probably for each person 1 break-in for every 5 to 10 years. I don't know if that's a good stat or a bad stat, but if you consider all these things when you're prepping for your trip, maybe we can decrease those numbers. Careful out there.